So, one of the obvious thing, Andres, is when I go on your LinkedIn profile, you're always hiring salespeople. So, what is the story on that one? You're always hiring, or what's going on?
Well, it's an evergreen notification. Qualified salespeople are hard to find,
Dime a dozen
and
nowadays, right?
well, there are a dime a dozen, but the good ones aren't.
That's right.
The good ones aren't. But even there, speaking of AI, it's interesting how AI is making inroads into that profession as well.
You mean the selling
And
profession, right?
yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
And it'll be fascinating to see what that looks like a year, let alone 2 years down the road.
I mean, we're talking a
It,
lot about the top of the funnel assistants right now using AI
yeah, yeah.
from a selling perspective, and there's a lot of tools allowing individuals for to do many things now that you had to do them manually, or you had to hire more people.
Or you had to hire more people. Exactly, exactly. And I find the whole AI topic fascinating from the perspective of how um, uneven its application is. And unfortunately for us, translation and language services in general are
Hmm.
sort of at the very top of the use cases for
Absolutely,
AI,
absolutely.
uh, where where it works, it just works.
Yeah. Now I run. And funny you say that because we were just talking about it this morning. I do a every Friday we do a virtual AI exchange networking event. It takes
Hmm.
place at 9 a.m. in the morning, and everybody was talking about this particular one, like the variety of ways AI is being deployed, where it's being more impactful than other places. What's the ROI on deploying AI, and how real are these benefits, and what are the
Yeah,
applications? There's a lot of
yeah,
unanswered questions, I believe, in the market right now.
absolutely, absolutely. But it's interesting. It goes beyond language services. I heard a story yesterday on the radio that looked at somebody did a research study on how AI is impacting teenage summer jobs. Okay, totally random. Never would have thought of that. But so according to this study, they predict that within 5 years there will be 27% fewer job opportunities for teenagers, summer jobs, essentially, because AI is taking over cashier jobs. They're taking over,
Mm,
selling in a store because of kiosks. They're taking over even cooking stations.
that's right.
Um, it's fascinating.
It's funny when you
Um,
say that because I was talking to a company here in the area, Jet Robotics, I think it's called, and what they did is they're marrying AI with robotics to eliminate,
okay.
or some of their customers. Example, they will come in and will say, "We need a robot that lifts one piece of wood, put it on a conveyor belt."
Hmm.
That used to be done
Hmm.
by a person.
Yep.
So the
Yep. Yep.
robot
Yep.
now, with the right programming, can lift the board, put it on a conveyor belt, and you don't need
Yeah.
that person.
Yeah. And it's also interesting in those types of industrial settings. You can validate the technology and the AI,
Because
right? If
it's
you can run it.
tangible. It's right there.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Either the piece of wood is in the right place or it's not, and you do
Yeah.
that 1,000 times, and okay. But what's interesting in the translation space is that that is still very opaque, let's just say. And clients struggle with, how do I trust AI generated translations? How do I know reliably? And again, this is in our space of particular importance because of I'm putting a regulatory submission together for a clinical trial or a clinical trial report or whatever. There's a mistake in there. I gotta go all the way back to the beginning of this process, and I'm gonna spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to redo this work.